Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Xuan Kai and I'm a day trader from Singapore. So for all the people who are new watching this video, I'm doing a $50 cash giveaway to one of my lucky subscribers. So if you're in Singapore, I can treat you to a meal, and if you're from overseas, I can just transfer the money to you. So all you have to do to win this is in 3 simple steps. So first, you have to be subscribed to my channel. Then you just have to comment in any of my videos in the next 2 weeks with the phrase I am part of the YouTube Familia. And lastly, to follow me on Instagram at xuankai-sama so that I can reach out to you guys. So this will be going on for the next 2 weeks, so feel free to comment on all the videos that I post during this time. I'll be picking the lucky winner at the end of the 2 weeks. So for today's motivational quote will be: the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity, the optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. And this is by Winston Churchill. So it's very easy to think negatively and only see the bad side in every situation. We are so conditioned to do that most of the time in our lives, and it's just so much easier to mope around and sulk because life sucks just for you at this moment. An obstacle in your life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. If you flip it around, you realize that everything is just perspective. An obstacle is something that you currently struggle with, but if you're able to overcome it, it will become a wonderful opportunity that can possibly catapult you much further in your life. So with that, let's get into today's video. So if you can see today, for the markets wise, you can see the NQ is actually moving sideways and then now it's pushing up quite strongly. SPY, same thing, is moving sideways and then now it's pushing up quite strongly. So what happened yesterday was that there was worries about the monetary policies and inflation were back in focus again because the June CPI was quite high. Yeah, so Powell was also said to be testifying today to the House Financial Services Committee at around noon, and what he said was that the sharp rise in inflation will dwindle away. So this is what he said ahead of his testimony yesterday. Yeah, so that's probably what's driving the market up right now. People thinking that since Jerome Powell says that inflation is transitional and sort of is high for now, it's going to go away in the future, that's what is pushing the stocks up and the market up quite a bit now. So for Tesla, you can see Tesla is actually pushing up higher and then came down again. Then now it looks like it's pushing up to break the highs again. So there's not much news on Tesla. It's probably being pushed up by the markets. And another stock that I'm looking for today is AAL as well, American Airlines Group. So you can see that AAL is also pushing up today. So for AAL, there's increased volume today and it's pushing up at the same time, breaking the technical levels. Looks like it's going to break the pre-market highs. And what happened is that today it said that it expects revenue to be down about 37.5%. However, it is an improved guidance of a decline of about 40%. So basically, they're just saying that the revenue that they lost is not as bad as what they thought. Yeah, so that is sort of positive news, that what people are reacting positively to this news, and that's why AAL is pushing up right now, American Airlines. Yeah, so for these are the 2 stocks that I'm watching for today. So I took a total of 2 trades today. One is a scalp on Tesla and the other one is a day trade on AAL. So now we're going to head over to the live trades to see how they went. So this was the first trade on Tesla. Tesla opened up actually quite strong, pushed up, and then now she looks like she's going to push down. So I'm entering on the break of 668. This is where I entered. So I entered at 4.45. So very nice, it just broke down very nicely. Nowadays I start to see that actually the move downs are a lot stronger than the move up. Like trading puts is a lot better. So now it broke the 667 level, that's where I took 1 contract off, and then I moved my stop loss down to 668, the entry. Yep, so now that price moved quite a lot in my favor around the 666.2-ish region. I'm going to move my stop loss down again to 667 so that I lock in some profits. So now I'm just waiting to see if we can break 666 again. Now I see a lot of orders 663, 666.3, and then now it broke 666 and I took my last contract off. This was a position size of 2 contracts. Yeah, and for this trade I had a total of $70 for this trade. Yep. So quite a nice, quick, straightforward trade on Tesla. Now we don't see that very often nowadays, but yeah, sometimes we get that. So for the next trade will be on AAL. So you can see that AAL actually pushed up quite nicely. I missed this whole move, but I saw that it was pulling back, and I will potentially get in around the pre-market highs. So I already entered 300 shares when it sort of got supported at the pre-market highs, and I added another 300 more when it looks like it's going to bounce off the pre-market highs as well. So now I'm just setting the stop loss for this trade. Alright, setting the stop loss very nicely. So my entry is around the 21.12 area. right? And then my stop loss is around the 21.05 area. Yeah, so basically about a 7-cent kind of stop loss. Yeah, so now I'm setting the profit targets as well. So one of the profit targets is 21.2 and the other one is 21.3 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so basically a risk reward of about 2 and 3. So my initial plan was to enter 600 shares or AAL. I'm going to take off about 3/4 of the shares when it hits a risk reward of 2, which is right now when it hit 21.2. So that's where I would aim to remove around 400 to 500 shares. Yep, so this is where I'm thinking of should I exit my trade, because it pushed up very nicely and hit the profit target very quickly. This usually doesn't happen very often. Yeah, so this is where I want to exit my trade. So I'm going to put in 300 shares. I want to lock in at least half first. So I put in 300, but somehow the order entry changes when I enter it. So I only exited 100 shares. I actually thought I exited 300 shares already, but I only exited 100 shares. So I only have 500 shares left. And at this point in time, I still don't realize that I still haven't sold away the remaining 200 shares. So I'm just setting the profit target again for the risk reward of 3. So I'm looking at what I got filled at, and I realized, oh, I only locked in 100 shares. So I still have another 200 shares that I didn't lock in. No matter, I'm just going to set my profit target for the risk reward of 3 first. So now you see it's pumping up so strongly. I realized that I definitely have to take more profits along the way. It's pumping too strongly in my favor. I need to capitalize on this move. So this is where I'm going to scale out of my position again. So I'm just watching a little bit, waiting over here, realizing that, oh, I still have 500 shares. I don't have as little as what I expected. So I keep checking back, you see. Sometimes this happens. Yeah, so this now is where I'm thinking, oh, this is where I have to exit my shares. So I'm going to exit now 400 shares around here with a limit order of 21.23. This is where I choose to get filled. I'm quite lucky in this trade because right after I entered, it just pushed up very strongly in my favor. So definitely have to be quick and take the profits very quickly. So I still have another 100 shares left. I've already used I've already sold 500 shares away. So now I'm just waiting a little bit. 21.3 area is where my risk reward of 3 is over there. So I'm expecting a bit of a pullback at this point because it's already had like 3 nice green candles along the way. So I don't expect it to hit 21.3 straight away. But anyway, even if it doesn't hit the remaining 100 shares, I'll be moving them to break even. Yeah, so then now, oh, you see 4 green candles in a row, and the last one is also, the 5th candle is also green. So it's about time that I take profits already. Have to be fast with this. 5 green candles in a row moving in your direction all the way. Screw it, man, just take the profits and run away. So that is where I exited my very last 100 shares as well, for a total of $72.41 for the whole trade. Not crazy money, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, so that's the trade for AAL as well. So now let's move on to the journaling part. Yeah, so a moderate green day for today, probably up around $140 for the day. Yeah, $142 for the day, one on a scalp and one on a day trade. So for the first trade was on Tesla. It was the break of 668. Entry was 668, stop loss was 669, and take profit 666 and 667. So premiums I entered was 4.45, the exit was 4.7 and 4.93. So total win was $70 after the commissions and position size of 2 contracts. So I think the entry for this was quite okay. I was filled at a price a bit lower than what I wanted to enter, but that's because the price moved too quickly. And for this trade, I was actually watching the price a little bit more carefully rather than watching the bids. So usually I watch the bids very closely to see when I should move my stop loss up or down and when I should be taking profits. So this time I was actually looking at the price instead of the bids. Yeah, so basically when the stop loss is moved to 668 break even, when the price moved to 667.3, and I took one contract off when the price broke 667 mark. Alright, and the stop loss was moved to 667 when the price moved to 666.3, and I took the last contract off when the price finally broke that 666 mark. Yeah, so quite rare for me to have such a clean trade on Tesla, but I've been noticing that such clean trades usually only happen more often when I'm trading puts. Yeah, it's a lot messier when I'm trading calls. I realized when I would look through the trades for the whole month, most of my losing trades were all calls. Yeah, so for the day trade on AAL, it's a little bit more messy. Basically, you can see that when you come down and hit the pre-market highs, the blue line, I entered 300 shares here, and then when it bounced off, I entered 300 shares again. Yeah, so basically I exited 100 shares the moment it hit 21.2, and then exited another 400 shares in the next candle, and then 100 shares at the end when it hit 21.3. Yeah, so definitely the plan for the day was that I knew the AAL had good volume, had good news as well, and since I missed the initial this push up on AAL, I was going to give it some time. When it hits the pre-market highs, enter with a half position. If it proves that it can move in my favor, I'm going to add to my position. Yeah, so basically position size of 600 shares and total win was 72.41. Yeah, so like you saw just now, I actually screwed up a little bit when I thought I was selling 300 shares at 21.2, but I didn't get filled at that, so I was lucky that I was able to get a few more cents for the last remaining sort of 200 to 300 shares afterwards. Yeah, so feels quite good to be trading off the pre-market highs. Actually, I actually had a very tight stop loss, and because of that I was able to get a risk reward of 2 and 3 and even more, which is quite awesome for a day trade. Yeah, so the only thing that I didn't like was that I didn't actually adhere to what I would usually do if I exited the trade. I would actually exit the trade if SPY broke the pre-market high. So for this one, SPY was breaking the pre-market highs when I entered AAL. So I didn't really focus that much on SPY and NQ. So usually when I scalp, I usually don't enter any trades on the upside if it's breaking down towards the downside for the pre-market highs, but I didn't really focus that much on those. So perhaps in my future day trades, I might not sort of adhere too much to SPY and NQ's pre-market highs and lows. For Tesla scalps, I will still adhere to that, so just have to be more careful about that. Yeah, so I still enjoy day trading quite a bit, and I want to try day trade more stocks with good catalysts for the day. Yeah, so I guess things I did well was I had good entries, good exits, and I was able to manage my scalp position and move my stop loss down when things were in my favor. I was able to take profits consistently as well, and able to have a good day trade today finally. Yeah, things to definitely improve on would be my emotional management all the time. Still very emotional when it comes to trading the P&Ls, sadly, so definitely have to improve and get better. Just enjoy the trades and enjoy the process. Trade to trade well, and the money will come as a consequence. Don't worry too much about things. Just I will improve and I'll get better from here on out with more practice. Yeah, so all in all, still very grateful to have a green day. Let's just focus on becoming consistently profitable. Focus on the process, take high probability trades, and focus on executing well. That's all. Follow my trading plan, and let's see what that leads us to. So if you watch all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, click the notification bell down below, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching my journey. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.